Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of seeing this beautiful face, please don't make it your last by clicking on the subscribe button and giving this video a big thumbs up if you end up finding it useful. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Today I'll be telling you guys about a school that is offering an application fee waiver for applicants. Don't we all like to, get a few freebies sometimes? So this school is offering about $90 application fee waiver. Usually it costs around $90 to apply to this school, but for this time period, for applicants applying for fall 2023, there is an application fee waiver. So fall 2023 is the session that starts in August or September in 2023, and so if you're looking to apply for programs beginning around that time, this video is good for you because you can apply for free to this certain university. And this university is ranked 182nd by the US College Rankings for 2022. Also, this university has a 49% acceptance rate, which means that for every 100 applicants that apply to this school, about 49 of them get selected, which is a pretty high acceptance rate going by US standards, right? Also, this university is a land grant university. If you think this is something you might be interested in, just stick around and keep on watching. So let us go through their website. So once you type www.clemson.edu in your search box or in your search engine, you would come across this page. This is the homepage on their website, and they have several buckets. They have the academics, admissions, campus life, research, and about Clemson. So just scrolling through this first page, you can see that here it says Clemson is a Carnegie R1 public research institution. So it's a land grant research institution, and it's a university where purpose-driven students, faculty, and staff collaborate on projects that impact our state, community, and world across more than 80 undergraduate majors and over 130 graduate degree programs. So they have over 130 graduate programs and over 80 undergraduate programs for applicants to choose from. Let's go through the undergraduate majors. On the programs page, they have all these program names listed, and then the category or class of programs listed at the top. So they have the bachelor's degree programs for accounting. They also have a master's in accounting. Then they have the bachelor's degree for agricultural education. They also have the master's for agricultural education. Then for this course or this program, animal and veterinary sciences, they have the bachelor's degree, they have the master's degree, and then they have the PhD. So just going through this page, you can see a variety of programs which they have, and you can check for the ones you're interested in and also click to apply. So they have applied psychology, biochemistry, bioengineering, biological sciences, business administration. So for the business administration program, they have the MBA, and then they have the EMBA. So you can also check that to explore the programs and the requirements. They also have chemistry, civil engineering, the bachelor's, the master's, the PhD. They have communication, computer engineering. These three programs have like the three buckets. They have the bachelor's degree program, the master's degree program, the PhD degree program. They have computer science, counselor education, curriculum and instruction, digital history, economic analysis. So let's just go through a couple of these programs to see their requirements, because I would not be able to go through each of them. So I can just select a few to go through their requirements. So going to the Master of Arts in Communications page, let's go through the application requirements. So the deadline is February 1st with a rolling admission through March 1st for the following fall or September 30th cohort. So here you can see that they require a bachelor's degree from an accredited college or university, GPA of 3.0 to 4.0 on a 4.0 scale. GRE scores are optional, so they don't require GRE, they are optional. Then They also require strong writing skills, and which is demonstrated through writing samples, personal statement, and your CV or resume. And then specific detailed reasons for pursuing the Master of Arts in Communications degree program at Clemson. So let's go through the assistantship opportunities. So these are like the funding opportunities available at Clemson for the Masters in Communication. So assistantships provide a full tuition waiver, which means that you wouldn't pay tuition if you get an assistantship at Clemson University, and the monthly stipend for the academic year, which is 9 months. All applicants for full-time admission are considered for an assistantship unless they indicate otherwise. Assistantships are awarded on the availability of funds each year. So all applicants are considered for assistantships. So once you apply, you're automatically considered for an assistantship. And once you receive an assistantship, you would automatically receive a full tuition waiver, and you wouldn't need to pay your tuition. Also, you'll receive a stipend for the academic year. So teaching assistantships generally involve basic communication courses and tutoring students in the communication lab with composing and delivering speeches. Research assistantships can involve working one-on-one with faculty members, projects, or teams. Graduate research assistants gain hands-on experience with the research process through data collection, analysis, presenting, and/or writing the final research report. So these are the funding opportunities, and then the application requirements. The deadline is February 1st, so do well to apply before the deadline so that your application can be considered and you can potentially receive funding for the Masters of Arts in Communication if you're interested in that program. So I'll just go through a typical application form for one of these programs and show you what it looks like. So let me click on economics. Yeah, so you'd click here to apply for summer 2023 or fall 2023 academic session. So I would have to create an account since I'm a new applicant. So once you set up your password and your account, you can start a new application by clicking Start New Application, Create Application, and then Open Application. So on this left tab are the different buckets that you need to fill in the application form. So you have the personal background section, the academic history section, program selection term. So let's just go through them one by one. So academic history section is where you add your institution and your transcript and other related documents. And then for the program selection section, it is where you would add your program that you're applying for. So if you're applying for a master's in communication, then you would select it from the drop down menu. So you can select a master's. Are you planning to earn 2 Clemson University graduate degrees? If you want to do 2 graduate degrees concurrently, you can click yes, and if not, you can click no. Then you can choose your master's degree, let's say civil engineering, and then you can choose a specialty area. So this is for this program selection section, and then there's a program selection term section where you select if you're applying for spring or fall, summer or fall 2023. And then there's the program information section. where they tell you that if you're seeking financial assistance, you should submit your application by March 1st to the fall semester admission, or by October 1st for spring semester admission. So then you can upload your personal statement. Under the personal statement section, you will just have to choose file from your device, and then test scores requirement by program. So here you can see programs where the GRE is not required. So for example, the advanced power systems, there's no standardized test required. For bioengineering, no standardized test required. For bioengineering PhD, no standardized test required. For biological sciences, no standardized test is required. For biosystems engineering, master's in biosystems engineering, no standardized test is required. And so you can just go through all of these programs to see the requirements for your program of interest. So for a lot of the programs, the GRE is waived, it is not required. Then for some, it's required. So you can just go through and see which one applies to your program of interest, and then you comply as necessary. Then under the supporting materials section, you can upload your resume and then your test reports if it's required for your department. And then under the recommendation requirements section, you have the different programs and the number of recommenders required for each of these programs. For the Masters in Agriculture, it requires 3 recommenders. For the Masters in Chemistry, it requires 2 recommenders. For the PhD in Economics, it requires 3 recommenders. So you can just go through and see how many letters of recommendation are necessary for your program of interest, and then you can go ahead to upload your recommender. So you can add a recommender, include their names, their organization, their contact information, and then send the link to them. And then for additional information, they just want to know how you heard about Clemson University. Also, they would ask if you're interested in being considered for an assistantship or fellowship, and if you are, you can select yes. Then what influenced you to apply, if you found out through a graduate fair, if you found out through printed materials, you can select that as well. And then sponsoring organization information, so if you're sponsored by a government, you can select the option from here. And then these are just supplementary information for the application form, and then you can review the community standard and provide your responses. And then the signature section is where you comply with all of their guidelines and their policies, and then place your name in this box right here, and then you can confirm, review your application, and submit. So that's just in a nutshell how the typical application form looks like for Clemson's graduate school. So if you have any further questions, do not hesitate to put them down in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts or any other thing you would like me to cover on this school, or anything you feel like I didn't quite touch properly in this video. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you found it useful. See you in my next video. Bye.